Let's talk about a big idea today, the architecture of influence. How to stop your brilliant ideas from just fading into the background. We're going to break down step by step how you can build a network around you, one that makes sure your voice and your best ideas actually get heard. All right, let's get into it.
So, here's our game plan. First up, we'll talk about why allies are so dang important. Then, we'll get practical, how to spot the right people. From there, we'll cover how to build real, authentic connections. Use that network to make your message louder. And finally, how this whole thing completely changes the way you communicate.
Okay, let's start with something I think we've all felt. You're in a meeting, you've got this great idea, this breakthrough. You share it, and crickets. It just hangs in the air and disappears. It's so frustrating, right? Well, that's what happens when you're speaking alone. But there's a much, much better way. And that is exactly where this first section comes in. See, the answer isn't to talk louder, it's to build support. Let's really dig into the incredible power you unlock when you have allies in your corner. So what are we even talking about here? What's a communication ally? It's way more than just a friendly coworker. Think of an ally as someone who actively gets behind your message. They support it, they amplify it, they echo it. They're the ones reinforcing your point across the whole organization, especially in rooms you're not even in.
And that's the bottom line. This isn't about playing games or office politics. This is a real strategy. It's about taking your one voice and giving it a solid foundation, making it stronger, more resilient, and just way more impactful.
Okay, so we're convinced we need allies, but who are they? Where do you even find them? That brings us to our next section. Let's start drawing up the blueprint for your network by figuring out who the key players are.
Now, take a look at this list. This is your practical toolkit. Start thinking right now. Who are those people that when they talk, everyone else listens? Are there any teams whose goals kind of line up with yours? And don't just think about your own department. Those critical stakeholders or folks in totally different parts of the company, they can be the bridges that carry your message to places you could never reach on your own.
All right, once you've got a few people in mind, you can't just flip a switch and make them an ally. This next step is maybe the most important one of all. You have to build authentic connections. This is the foundation. It's where real trust and real influence come from. But how do you actually do that? Well, it really boils down to 3 simple steps. First, build trust. Just be consistent, be reliable, be open. Second, you have to show genuine interest. Get curious about their world. What are their goals? What pressures are they under? And third, and this one is the secret sauce, offer your support first. Look for ways to help them win before you ever ask for anything in return. It's like building up a bank of goodwill. And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? Your influence, your credibility, it doesn't really come from your job title. It comes from the trust you've earned from other people. These authentic, real relationships, that's the engine that drives everything. And now we get to the payoff. Once you've laid that groundwork of trust and connection, you can start to leverage that network. Let's look at what happens when you amplify your message and go for that massive impact. I mean, this chart says it all, right? On the left, that's you, your voice, on its own. You're making a dent, sure. But look at what happens when your allies join in. The impact doesn't just double or triple. No, it grows exponentially. Seriously, we're talking about a potential 10-fold increase in your message's reach and influence. Your idea suddenly stops being just your idea. It becomes a shared idea, a movement that has its own momentum and credibility all across the company. And this brings us to the final piece of the puzzle, the most profound shift of all. This whole process, from start to finish, is designed to take your communication style from a simple monologue into something so much more powerful. Just look at this side by side. On the left, that's the monologue. It's one-way traffic, it's got limited reach, and honestly, it's pretty easy for people to just ignore. But on the right, that's the goal, a shared dialogue. It's collaborative, it's amplified, and this is huge. It creates shared ownership. When an idea belongs to a group, not just one person, it becomes powerful. It becomes truly influential. Because at the end of the day, building allies isn't about manipulating people to get what you want. It's about weaving your ideas into the very fabric of the team, of the company. It's about turning your individual communication into a collective journey toward a shared success. So let's wrap this up. If you forget everything else, remember these 3 things. 1. Allies aren't just nice to have. They are a strategic advantage. 2. The process is simple. Identify, nurture, and then leverage. And 3. The ultimate goal here is to stop talking at people and start creating a powerful shared dialogue with them. So I'll leave you with a challenge. This isn't just some interesting theory. This is an action plan. Think back to that checklist we looked at earlier. Who's one person, just one, that you could connect with this week? Who's the first person you can reach out to, show some genuine interest in, and maybe offer a little support? Because right there, that's where the architecture of your influence truly begins.